We managed to get out. It's a bit tight there, had to get out of the boat. Luke had to get his feet wet, it's cold, but we should be able to get out. There's a little bar down here that we got to be careful of, but we should be able to sneak through. Just going to fish along the coast today, just to catch up fish with Luke. Haven't been fishing with him for a while, so just hopefully get him onto a few fish today. Probably fish the shallows. Might try and get out to Motuoraway if the wind doesn't get up too bad. But yeah, got a couple of big burleys, bait. Got the soft baits on board, little jigs. So it's just about getting out, getting a bit of a feed. Still midwinter, a little bit harder to fish. But hopefully we can find some fish. Hope you guys enjoy. Got a few birds working. Yeah, got a few birds working up here in the bay. Noticed some when we were going across Hatfields as well, further down. There's a few birds out here working, so what we'll do is we'll chuck on some soft baits and go and have a bit of a play around before we go and anchor up anywhere. Just turned up to this little workup. Wasn't so much a workup, there's only a few birds. A little bit of sign on the sounder. Luke dropped down a little hard body lure there and hooked up. Got a big workup down the bay here, so might shoot over there.
Not a fan of these.
But yeah, we'll go and have a squiz over there. Looks like there's even gannets and terns and all sorts going on over there. Gannets are going nuts. Hopefully there might even be a kingfish here. A couple of kingfish mooching around. Cool fun. Got a double hook up. It's definitely snapping down there as well. They are a little bit small, but at least we know they're here.
Feel the dirt in the water from the...
And all the scales. This is a bit crazy, eh? Look. Pretty much can't get under the carway. It's got masses of school of anchovies, maybe pilchard, and a heap of carway. This is pretty sick, man. Snapper, look. There's snapper in amongst them, right on the surface. Here they come, look. Here they come. Another double hookup. Luke's got a little bit better snapper there. Might even be takeable, man. Yeah. This is about probably 37, 38. I'll let my one go. Yeah, feels a little bit like a carway maybe. So, not too sure. No, it could be in snapper. Yeah, there's one. Here you go. Another nice little snapper. Haven't got anything big as yet. Got a couple around that sort of 35 to 38. But there's a heap of fish here. Luke's still on the hard body lure. He's caught a few snapper on it, so he's sticking with it. He's determined to catch a big one with it. It's his old pop's lure. It's about, what, 40 years old, 50 years old, he reckons, the lure. As old as me. And they both catch fish. It's a bit of fun for the morning. Luke was screaming for the and that's what today's about. It's just coming out, having a bit of fun. See if we can get a feed. At least get Luke a feed. He hasn't had one for a while. There's about 50, 60 gannets sitting out there. Still heap of workups. Heap of bait fish, and they must be just so full. They're just sitting out there. They're not really worrying about the workups anymore. Another eruption out here.
You know what that is.
Hooked up again. There's definitely a lot of kahawai around. A little bit better snapper. Still not big, but
I can take it if it's big.
Luke's got a snapper as well. 34, we'll take him. He's close enough to 35. Massive workup. Just sounds like rain. We're hoping one of us will hook up to maybe a kingfish. It's got to be a kingy here, even if they're reddies. I think I saw one when we were over there before.
Yeah.
But there's a heap of bait fish, heaps of kahawai just schooling up now in front of us. So what I'll do is I'll wait for them to pass, because I'm just going to hook into kahawai basically. It's probably roughly about, I'd say 200 gannets. Got about sort of 50 sitting here, 50 over there. There's maybe 100 sitting out there. Heaps of terns working over there. The cool thing is there's only us, a kayak and a jet ski guy fishing these workups. Winter fishing at its best.
What were you saying before? Wait till we drift past so we can get some snapping.
Yeah. I think I'm hooked up to a little bit better snapper. Maybe snapper of the day.
Snapper of the day so far.
If it's a snapper, it doesn't feel too bad. He actually took it on the drift halfway down. I thought it was a kahawai. It's feeling like a nice, no, yeah, nice,
yeah.
nicer snapper.
That's a snapper.
Nah. There you go. Now that's what we're after. A little bit of soft baiting, and hopefully getting a few more of these guys. It's not a bad fish. Oh, hooked up again. Feels like another nice snapper. Those workups have gone past us, and we just know not to go and chase it again. The snapper are going to be sitting behind that workup, kicking up all the little scraps, all the dead fish that got hammered, and hope that we get some better snapper like this. Whew, it's taking line. Might have to net this bad boy. Feels like a lot nicer snapper. That's what we're here for, isn't it?
Alright. I'm gonna still want to hear soft bait.
Cheers, man. There you go. Another nice snapper on the soft baits. We still haven't sort of shifted from our drift. Workups are down that way, up that way. But I do like trying to just stay away from them, especially when there's a heap of kahawai. There'll be still bits and pieces of bait fish and all sorts getting munched up in this area, so we'll just stay on this drift until we don't get anything for about 5 minutes, and then we'll do a shift. We'll go up to a workup, let it go past, and then we'll fish it hard. So once again, those workups have stopped in where we are. Heap of sign on the sounder, so we know there's snapper here. And there's no use sort of running off to the next workup. We can see them. There's a massive workup down here with about 50-60 gannets. But we know there'll be a heap of kahawai over there with them. And because the kahawai have moved off here, most of them, apart from the ones that Luuk likes to catch every now and then, there should be a heap of snapper here. Hopefully some better ones. It's not bad. He's got a nice fish there, around that 45, 46. That's what I was saying. Don't go chasing those workups. Just hang around where they were. There's still a heap of food here. You can still see scales sort of shimmering through the water. And all the workups are sort of down here. There's one over that way. Got a heap of gannets sitting here, and we had them working here for quite a while. They were here for a good half an hour. So there'll be still plenty of food. And that just shows you. Oh, a little bit of a nudge. Hooked up. Little snap. All the gannets have seen the workup over there, and they're just starting to fly over there. Luuk's hooked up. Now we'll probably fish this area until those bites stop. The sign will thin out, starting to thin out now. Another nice little fish. Another little snap. Just shows you there's still fish here. The sign's pretty much gone from the sounder. And most times the guys would just fire up the engine and head over to that workup. It's a pretty big workup, but you just got to persevere sometimes. There is still fish here where they were working about half an hour ago. There you go, another nice little snap.
Left-handed stab.
Luuk's got a little bit nicer snapper there. Like I was saying, there's no birds working around us. They're all down here, been working there probably for about half an hour, 40 minutes, maybe to an hour. They were working here about half an hour ago, 40 minutes ago, so we came over, drifted through the workup disappeared, and we're still catching nice fish like you just saw Luuk have. And that just shows you, don't just race off after the workups all the time. Sometimes it's, there's just there'll be a heap of kahawai down here, in that workup. We haven't caught a kahawai here for about 20 minutes now. Just snapper. Kahawai will just keep following those workups. They love obviously being on that surface, chasing those bait fish, and the snapper just following slowly. Or we'll just fish here till we stop catching snapper, Then we'll head down to that workup down there, do the same thing, it'll move off and we'll just hang in there. So we'll just keep working this area until we don't get any bites on a couple of casts, and then we'll head off. Now as you can see, the workup stopped. And most times guys will think, oh, they've got to zip back over to where they're working again. Now they've only just moved over to there into the shallows. They've been working here for about half an hour, 40 minutes, maybe even longer. It's a heap of sign. Luke's hooked up. So don't think when you get here and the workup moves, yeah, you got to zip over there. Have a good half an hour ago where they've been working. There'll be a heap of fish here and they'll be here for probably an hour. It's a heap of, you can see the scales, just heaps of scales in the water there. Luke's got a little snapper. So there you go. Don't just come over here, the workup moves over there and then you fire up and go zoom in over there. Work this area. They've been here for a long time. There'll be still food filtering down. All that glitter of the scales still attracts fish. Be a heap of food sitting in 7 meters of water. So we'll just work this area for a little while until we get no bites. Then we'll shift over again to the next workup and do it again. Don't just keep racing after workups. There's still fish. Luke's just getting hammered straight away. There you go. He's only just cast it in and bang. And there's no workups here. There's no birds working here. They're just sitting here. They're not diving into the bait fish. They're all diving up here. And most times people just go straight over there. You don't need to. Work the area first where they've been. Looks like a little bit nicer fish.
Yeah, a little bit.
And they haven't been huge fish. We've caught a couple of nice ones. But that's all you need. Those nice sort of 40 centimeters, 45. Even those sort of 38, 39 centimeter fish are real nice to eat. There you go. Nice little snapper. Luke's hooked up to a little bit nicer snapper.
Might need the net.
Oh, he reckons he needs the net.
Justified.
It's a nice little fish.
We'll let that one go.
And there you go. Like I was saying, we're just going to work this area. There's snapper here, they're feeding. Luke's going to let this one go. There you go, no problem. We're only in about 6-7 meters. Well, we're pretty much going to call it a day. Luke caught a bit of fish, and that's what it was all about today. Got him a few kawai for his, what is it? Yeah, kawai curry. And we got a few snappers as well. Got a couple of nice ones, probably up around that 55 centimeters. Birds are still working. And they've been working pretty much from start to finish. But yeah, we'll just call it a day. It's been an awesome day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, tight lines. Thanks for watching another great day out fishing with Real Kiwi Fishing. And you can also find more of my movies on my YouTube channel, Real Kiwi Fishing.